Preschoolers to celebrate O.E.C.S. Day, Massacre Primary School Agriculture Program revamped, and National Security Minister also cautions against incitement. Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I am Lourianne Graham Carter. Stay with us for the details of the headline stories after this.
Think water, think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. The O.E.C.S is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. The O.E.C.S is your water and sewage company.
Welcome back. The Honorable Minister for National Security, Rowan Blackmore, is calling on nationals to redirect their energy to nation building as opposed to inciting violence. He is supporting statements by the Chief of Police, Daniel Carbon, who on Monday expressed concern over radio talk show comments which he believes incite violence and acts of lawlessness. The Honorable Minister believes that nationals should focus their attention on more important matters.
Concurrence with what the Chief of Police has said in reference to that matter. I believe that there's so many positive things we can be doing as a people, just bouncing back from the ravages of Erica, that we have a responsibility, all of us, to embark on this national reconstruction effort. Certainly people have a right to, in a democracy, to express themselves. But there are provisions in law for that to be done. The fact of the matter is, an act does not have to take place for the offense of incitement to be committed. The mere utterances, and which would cause one to even contemplate or think, or to create the impression that you're asking somebody to break the law, in itself would constitute the offense of incitement.
Honorable Blackmore emphasized that a key priority of government is the safety of its citizens.
The state will continue to provide the police with all the support that the police department requires to ensure that peace is maintained and the spirit of law is maintained in this country.
Thank you for staying with us. The Dominica Association of Teachers, DAT, will for the 8th year rally early childhood centers in O.E.C.S Day activities for an open day on Friday, 17th June. The DAT has selected the theme Reuse, Recycle, a step in sustaining the O.E.C.S. GIS News spoke with the coordinator for early childhood O.E.C.S activities, Constance Norris. She explained that the objective of this year's activities is to enforce the importance of sustaining the resources and environment of the O.E.C.S Islands while fostering creativity among schools.
Exhibition. Well, most of the schools will be having an exhibition, as well as at the DAT office. The schools are encouraged to reuse, recycle activities to highlight the islands, the map, the flag, something of significance from any of the O.E.C.S islands. There are 10 of the islands. The schools are encouraged to do something in regards to all the islands or some of the islands. So whatever resources that they have, they can use.
The DAT began participating in O.E.C.S activities in 2009 with a concert at the Arawak House of Culture. Last year, the schools gathered at the National Stadium to display the exhibition of O.E.C.S sports. Norris believes the participation of early childhood centers in Dominica has grown. She stated that another objective of the activities is to encourage more parental involvement at the schools.
Most of the schools, the parents are looking forward to it, and it is an activity incorporated in the school because the children learn, even when they do, like some of them, when they do themes, they travel to any of the islands on different types of transportation. They travel by air to St. Lucia, they travel by boat to Montserrat, to Antigua. So it's something that is incorporated in them, and they learn the importance of the O.E.C.S community. They are going to be getting stuff from the environment, be it paper, be it plastic, and create something out of it. So this week is going to be very busy for them, for the schools, for the parents. I think for the parents it's exciting, and those who have done it, they look forward to it.
The coordinator invites the general public to visit the preschools to view their O.E.C.S Day exhibitions on Friday. And the 4-H club of the Massacre Primary School is now able to improve their farming skills after receiving a donation of equipment, tools, nutrients and planting material from Broadridge. The handing over ceremony took place at the Massacre Primary School on Wednesday. Representative for Broadridge Ryan Hubbard spoke of some of the activities undertaken by the organization.
Broadridge is an organization in the United States that works all over the world. We work on every corner of the world doing two things: promoting environmental responsibility and broadening our students' perception of culture and community. And so we leave the United States. We have students that come to Broadridge from all over the world, and we bring them to different communities throughout the world just like this, and allow them to see a little bit of their world outside of their own home. And so so we're here today with a group of 14 students. We've been here for about a week now. My coworker Heather and I got here a little over a week ago, and we're met by Miss Dawn Francis. She allowed us to stay with her on her beautiful farm, and she was our first glimpse into the Dominican culture, into the environment, into the landscape here. And I just want to say you've got an absolutely beautiful island.
Dawn Francis is proprietor of D Smart Farm, which has worked collaboratively with Broadridge over the years. Francis outlined one of the key objectives of Broadridge on island.
One of the key objectives of Broadridge is sustainability, and the way that we see sustainability is doing things today that it impacts in a positive way for the future. So can you imagine when these students here, all these little ones sitting here, they feel empowered when they see their greenhouse blooming, it's flourishing, it's food. So right now, Broadridge, you're doing so much. I do hope that you realize how you're helping our students here in Dominica to set their values and for them to re-establish themselves in agriculture.
Representative of the Ministry of Agriculture, Qian Stevenson, says he feels honored to be part of a ministry which has made agriculture in schools a priority.
We are honored to be part of this program today, collaborating with Broadridge and D Smart Farm in reaching out to the Massacre Primary School, and more so their agricultural program in planting out vegetables in their greenhouse today. The Division of Agriculture will play the role in offering technical support and also certain materials and other things throughout the day. I'll just take this opportunity to also mention that the Division of Agriculture for our extension program or extension unit always takes a pleasure in reaching out to the schools, be it the primary schools, the high schools, and even the state college, in whatever agricultural program that they have, in assisting the teachers and the schools in their agricultural programs, be it in a practical or in a ferry session.
The school, through the 4-H club, once had a vibrant agriculture program. It is hoped that through this intervention, the Massacre Primary School garden can be much more productive. And President of the Dominica Council on Aging, Zetma Tusa, wants the family to be more involved in the care of the elderly.
And we also want to bring the message out there that our older persons depend a lot on the families. And the families need to take up their responsibilities in terms of the care and management of older persons, especially those who are now much more elderly. They are homebound or they are even bedbound in some instances. And the families need to take care of their people Yes, they can be assisted by government and other agencies, but the family has the primary responsibility for taking care of the elderly.
She urges the society to treat the elderly with the respect they deserve.
We just want to ensure that our older persons live out their lives, you know, in peace, because this whole question of abuse, it is attacking the dignity of the human person, this lack of respect for the older person, and therefore we really want our people generally to understand that older persons are to be respected. Actually, they are the gems of our society, and we should look upon them as such and really appreciate them and learn from them, because they have a lot to contribute to.
She believes the input of the youth also plays a key role in the mental health of the elderly.
The youth and the younger generation need to interact with the elderly, because we can learn a lot from them. And the same way, when the youth gets closer to the elderly, it makes the older person feel good and feel young too, younger than, you know, they are. Because if you put an older person in a home where there are children and young people, it helps them. It definitely helps them, because they interact with them.
Activities to commemorate this day included a fundraising bake sale held outside Flo's office on Wednesday.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood. I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Air access to and from Dominica has significantly improved, so says the Honorable Minister for Tourism and Urban Renewal, Senator Robert Tong. Senator Tong revealed that since negotiations with LIAT earlier this year, flights that were otherwise difficult to book are now possible. The Honorable Tourism Minister and the Honorable Minister for Ports, Senator Miriam Blanchard, met with the management of LIAT on behalf of government on May 10, 2016. That meeting gave government a chance to state clearly Dominica's position on the airline's quality of service to the country, as well as to hear directly from LIAT the current challenges facing the airline.
We had negotiations with LIAT recently, and I must say it has gotten better. To the point that I was able to travel just recently very easily, and LIAT was on time. And even yesterday we had a very interesting meeting at my office discussing a very important topic. And for the business person, one was able to come in the same day and leave the same day. A couple months ago, this was totally impossible.
Senator Tong was speaking at the first Caribbean Aviation Meetup Conference, which got underway here on Tuesday. Meantime, 20 students of the Dominica State College will have the opportunity to engage with air traffic and design and engineering professionals at that conference. The students will learn of available opportunities in the aviation industry. The conference ends on Thursday. And finally, it's important to be aware of your hurricane shelters, especially since we're in the hurricane season. In the north, O.E.C.S, your hurricane shelters are the O.E.C.S Primary School, where the managers are Blair Mayer and Roy Massacre, and the Pentecostal Church managed by Bernadine Sharpless and Jerry Laurent. Thibault, the community center, is your shelter and is managed by John Bruni and Charmaine Létard. Gommier, the ground floor of the Beryl Church, is your hurricane shelter, and John Sylvain is the manager. Portsmouth, your shelters are the Portsmouth Secondary School, managed by Scott Rose Thomas, the Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School dormitory, managed by Lincoln Robinson and Osgood Hector, and the Glanville Community Center, managed by Solomon John Paul. And Capuchin, the Capuchin Resource Center, is your shelter. Emmanuel O.E.C.S and George Andre are the shelter managers. Clifton, your hurricane shelters at the top floor of Grace Baptist Church, managed by John Lamothe and Devon Greenaway. And the Clifton Resource Center, managed by Julia Lamothe. Cottage, the Cottage Community Center is your hurricane shelter. It is managed by Rosie Lawrence and Sandra Daniel. Savonpai, the Savonpai Government School is your shelter. Alan Valerie and Irving Joseph are the shelter managers. Tukari, your hurricane shelter is the Tukari Chapel, managed by Harty Mason and Robin Daniel. Upper Penville, your shelters are the ground floor of the Penville Primary School, managed by Davis George and Robert LeBlanc. The House of Laurel and Lipson Lewis, and the Penville Seventh-day Adventist Church, where Julian Roy is the manager. And Lower Penville, the Roman Catholic Church is your shelter. Michael Debon and John Christopher are the shelter managers. For the entire list of hurricane shelters, visit our website news.gov.dm under announcements. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, plusieurs monde qui étaient engagés en course construction qui était chaîne par Dominica Coalition of Service Industries et puis si pour TVET, recevez certificat pour y finir course là. En cérémonie chaîne en hôtel Fortune en Roseau, où les participants recevez certificat d'ailleurs. Sinon, Executive Director Dominica Coalition of Service Industries, Lester Rivière, secteur service consacre à faire une contribution bien significante pour le développement économique. M. Abraham Durand, c'est Executive Director TVET.
Nous allons garder un peu jeune, recevoir certificat, différents métiers, différents travail qu'ils font. Ils connaissent faire travail là, mais ils n'ont pas pour l'écolage pour travailler ça là. Quand ça, le gouvernement à présent a organisé pour en façon pour nous assesser compétences ces monde ça là. Avec nous savions ça fait travail là, nous avons travail là, ils ont faire. Mais ils n'ont pas pour l'écolage pour ils n'ont pas un morceau de papier pour dire qu'ils ont ça fait travail ça là. Parce que ça nous va faire nous voyer au monde pour garder le travail et ils ont mené différents évidences ça mené pour montrer nous qui ça fait travail là ils ont mené portrait vidéo qui a montré qu'ils travail différents monde qui travaillent puis qui font papier ba yo dit ça fait tel travail nous avons portrait c'est travail là ils ont déjà fait longtemps avec dernièrement on assesse ça qui venir avec il a garder ces monde ça là fait travail là il va garder gamme yo comment yo ka servir équipement comment yo ka agir quoi yo travail là depuis yo décidé que c'est ça la compétence c'est ça la taper un certificat.
La nouvelle, le ministre de l'Agriculture a conduit un programme pour assister habitants qui ont intéressant lever bête. Parole ça là sorti de permanent secrétaire Harold Gist. Gist fait parole que le ministre a déjà emporté ces bêtes ça là en pays.
Nous avons aussi un autre programme pour que ça small ruminants. C'est cabrit et mouton. Avec lapin aussi, mais plutôt qu'à avec mouton, nous importer 25 différentes bêtes sorties Amérique, et aussi sorties Black Belly, Hot Babad. Et ces bêtes là, c'est pour renouveler stock, valeur bête qui Dominique. Pour nous savoir une bonne qualité, pour une bonne qualité viande. Et ça c'est un bon programme parce que fait c'est bête ça c'est zébio qui manger. Et différents pour les cochons là on est pour importer manger sortir de l'autre pays parce qu'il fait nous pas produire manger pour les manger cochon Dominique. Comme ça il est plus cheap pour ça lever ces bêtes ça parce que fait on est pour planter bons zèbres pour manger. Et c'est bonne qualité viande aussi. Comme ça nous avons fait ça pour ce programme. Comme ça.
La nouvelle, ça fait qu'à concerner mais voile avion pour Kawaii, qui a tapé haute attention pendant la grande conférence Caribbean Aviation qui a pris place en Dominique semaine là. Gouvernement Dominique par Discover Dominic Authority et Ministre Tourist qui a organisé une conférence 3 jours là qui menait ensemble officiers de tout l'Atlantique. Participants qui mettaient attention à ces airlines régionales, développement voile pour touristes en parmi d'autres. Quand même si le ministre touriste, sénateur Honorable Robert Tong, Dominique bien plein pour cette conférence là. Sénateur Tong dit région là qu'a fait bien en industrie touriste et puis pendant le gouvernement Dominique déjà mis en place pour faciliter l'industrie à avancer, ça fait voir avion c'est one more challenge. Ministre Tong fait parole que conférence là qu'a positionné le gouvernement région là pour avancer l'industrie touriste là. Conférence là qui vient au bout jeudi semaine là. Et puis finalement, Dr. Zé Hazel Shillingford Ricketts qui a fait parole traitement qui a servi pour maladie Zé. Selon Dr. Ricketts, traitement ça là autant important.
Les arts, c'est en lumière nous a servi pour brûler ces veines Zé là pour arrêter yo couler à dans Zé là. Et qu'a affecté zéla tout les là parce que c'est un boulet nous qu'a mettre dans zéyo mais si nous pas mettre ces boulets ça là il ça fait venir plus avec et est plus cher pour famille garder contour là où venir avec so on y pour faire tout ça on y pour empêcher qu'on vienne avec.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est toute nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Before we leave, here are two announcements. The Cooperative Division invites villagers from the community of Petite-Soufrière, Saint-Sauveur and Good Hope to an educational session on the importance of cooperatives to community development, the role of the board and members. This takes place on Thursday, 16 June from 4 p.m. at the Saint-Sauveur School. Everyone, especially members of the St. David Fisheries Cooperative, are asked to attend and to please be on time. Officers of the Cooperative and Fisheries Division will address the meeting. All residents of Mont Daniel are invited to a meeting to discuss a community enterprise and other development activities on Saturday, 18th June 2016 at 4:30 p.m. at the junction of the Cable and Wireless Building. Come one, come all. Coming up next, your tips to recognize signs of elderly abuse. Here are some tips to keep in mind if you suspect an elderly is being abused. The following are warning signs of some kind of elderly abuse. Frequent arguments or tension between the caregiver and the elderly person. Changes in personality or behavior in the elderly. If you suspect elderly abuse but aren't sure, look for clusters of physical and emotional abuse and signs of neglect. That's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on our past National Focus newscast on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is now available also on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS production team, I am Lourianne Graham Carter. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.